Okay, we are back with the Plant Bros. Yeah. Are you going to pump us up or what? So, right here we got Brian Hart. Brian, we'd love to get an update. And then we also got John Fitzgerald right here. You guys, I cannot wait to see what you're cooking up. Brian, anything on the Esselstyn Foundation?
Quick update on the Esselstyn Foundation. We were on a tear, and we got up to about $7,000 of the $15,000. And so thank you all for the people that have been giving. And I also wanted to give a special shout out to the Fedorovich family, which also has made a gift that's really, really pushed us forward and been sort of a game changer for us. So thank you, Fedorovich family. We want to get to 15K by the end of the day tomorrow. So if you haven't given, consider it if you can. But thank you so much to everybody who's given. We're a little over halfway there, I think, by now, by the time I check. But we're at about 7.2K a few moments ago. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, and that's exactly perfect because we're halfway done with plant stock.
There we go.
Right?
Done. So we've got still got halfway.
All right, you guys. I got to get out. There's going to be a lot of action.
Well, thank you, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are the Plant Bros, and for those of you who haven't seen us before, we've done a few videos on YouTube. First video got about 2,000 views. Second video, we kind of climbing our way out, maybe 6,000. And then our most recent one got, I think we're up to about 10,000 or maybe 12,000.
10K, baby!
So we're no Jane and Anne by any stretch of the imagination.
But watch your back.
That's right. Watch your back. Watch your back. And really, so the Plant Bros grew out of this notion that we have so many friends and peers that are our age, in our 50s, who are starting to have to go on all these medications. And there's some myth out there that sort of plant-based eating is not manly. And so we're here to prove to you that you can be a man and also still eat plants. And so our tagline is, we are two non-threatening men talking about plants. And we also have a second tagline, which is we are guy-friendly and gear-heavy. So you'll notice, just like any man, we love to have our gear. We have lots of equipment, and you'll see we'll implement it at different times today. So we're really excited.
Frankly, we don't need half of this stuff, but it looks good.
We don't need half of this stuff, but as you know, men, we gather around equipment. That's, we don't like to get together to share our feelings, but when someone says, ooh, I've got a new saw, then we're there, we want to see it. And so you'll notice we have lots of gear, extraneous amounts of gear. All right, so John, you ready to get started?
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Now remember,
this is not about romaine lettuce and carrot sticks.
No,
That's
this is
not what we're doing today.
We're not getting into the weird riced cauliflower. We're sticking to the stuff that's going to make sense to your average man. And so we're going to start off with a meat and potatoes kind of thing. No meat, just potatoes. And because we know how important potatoes are to men. And so we're going to get started right away with this first recipe, which is called smashed potatoes. Very, very basic.
Very simple.
Very simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to take potatoes. These are pre-cooked. We bake these in the oven for, like 40 minutes, an hour. You know how it is. Like, just throw them in there. Not too much to think about. And we call them smashed potatoes because, of course, in many ways, men need to be physical when they're cooking, and we got to involve lots of activity. We like to stay in shape if we can. So let's see here. I'm going to smash these potatoes. This is
No, not that, Brian.
No. So how about
bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this potato. I'm going to smash it flat. All right, perfect. See, that potato's flat. It makes a lot of noise, so anybody else in the rest of the house is going to be wondering, what the heck is going on in the kitchen right now? I thought he was cooking dinner.
Now, you could have done that with your hands, but that was much more fun.
No, it's so much more fun to have tools around the kitchen. And so now that this potato is somewhat flat, I'm going to place it in a waffle maker. And so you'd think, well, that's ridiculous. It's already cooked. Well, watch what it does when you put it in a waffle maker. I feel like Carly Bodrug. She's so inventive and creative with what she does. So we're taking this flattened potato and we're placing it in a waffle iron. So I'll grab a second potato. We'll smash that down.
You are really good at the hammer.
Honey, what is going on in the kitchen? I'm just adding. I'm doing I'm adding a wing to the house and I'm cooking dinner. So these are just, what are these potatoes?
I think.
Oh, Yukon Gold. Yukon Gold. So I'm placing them in the waffle maker and I'm just pressing down to flatten them even more. And so while those are cooking, I'm going to make the sauce. And for those of you who haven't figured out the secret to plant-based eating yet, it is the sauce, John. It's the sauce.
Gotta have the sauce. That's why I have OMG walnut sauce on hand every day.
It's about the sauce. It's about the sauce. It's like anything in life, really. It's just about the icing on the cake. It's never the cake. It's the icing. So I'm going to take what appears to be the oldest food processor I've ever seen. Look at this. This is like the series 1 of the Cuisinart. Are the lights going to dim when we start this?
I'm surprised you haven't fixed that with duct tape yet.
No, I think it needs duct tape. So we're making something called Romesco sauce, and this is from page 54 in the Engine 2 cookbook if you own it. If not, it's been sent to you, so don't worry about having to follow along and write everything down because it's been sent out to you already. But Romesco sauce is a sauce that heralds from Spain, and it just throws together all kinds of amazing, tasty stuff, and we're going to put that on our potatoes. So earlier today, we roasted some sweet peppers, some tomatoes, and some garlic, and then we also roasted some almonds and some, I always forget the name of these nuts, hazelnuts. So we've got 2 types of nuts. Get it, John? You can always remember that.
Yeah.
2 nuts.
That's why we're guys.
All right. And so let me grab, top oven.
Keep track, Brian. Come on.
Come on, smart. So you'll see we roasted these beautiful
Ooh, those
peppers
look
and
amazing.
tomatoes. And like
All right.
most guys, we don't like too many steps on the instruction list.
This
And
is already more planning ahead than I normally do.
I know,
but
I
yeah.
know. And a lot of people will say, oh, be careful, skin them, be really, get that. Forget that. Just take the top off, throw it in. It's got seeds in there. Who cares? Ann Esselson's always taught me. Ann Esselson's always taught me that you just want to eat the hide. Always eat the hide. Don't worry about it. Just tear the top off. Throw it in the Cuisinart. And then I also roasted some garlic. You just got to push the squishy garlic right out of the. Ooh, this one's kind of messy.
We like messy.
All right, so I'm throwing some roasted garlic in there. This garlic is.
You know what I like,
Oh, there
Brian,
we go.
already
That's a
is
good
we
one.
haven't used any quantities yet. We're just throwing.
We're just throwing
it in there.
Why would you waste time? So we're throwing it in there. Then we've got our roasted almonds.
Don't put the cup in there.
Then we've got our hazelnuts. Jeez, I'm dropping everything. What happened to my rag? Oh, there's Jane's shirt. I don't want to use that. Where's the rag? Oh, okay.
Hey, real men use their pants.
Yeah, that's true. But I have these nice pants on because real men can. Oh, balsamic vinegar. Is that in there?
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
We don't need no stinking recipe. Yeah, it's
So-
right there, bro.
Oh yeah, a little bit of balsamic vinegar. It says 2 tablespoons, whatever. A little bit of smoked paprika. We're not measuring.
Okay, wait. What you can't see off screen is Ann and Jane watching us like, oh God, what are they doing?
A tiny little bit of red pepper. We don't want it to be too hot. We're from Ohio, we got to keep it fairly bland, but a little bit of red pepper. And, this is an interesting one. We're using gluten-free bread. You take a piece of toasted bread and you throw it in there. It gives it a little bit of body.
doesn't have to be gluten-free though.
Doesn't have to be gluten-free. We're just using gluten-free so Jane can have it because she doesn't like gluten very much. I think that's everything. Now we're just going to do what we always do, which is
Blend.
use the gear.
That looks amazing.
Creates a luscious color. I think it needs to be blended a little bit more. It's a little chunky. Now you've got this incredibly good tasting sauce. And all I'm going to do, here's my Today Show created bowl with my smashed potatoes that have been waffle ironed. And I'm going to take, if I had a spoon, but I'll use this. I'm going to take a little bit of sauce, put it on top. Oh, unbelievable. And of course, you'll notice that I laid some greens, some red cabbage, and some stuff down there that I'm going to eat with the sauce and the potatoes. Amazing, amazing meal. It goes so quickly, and any guy will love it. And
Reminds me of a manwich. Remember the man?
The manwich. Yes, I do remember the manwich. All right. First recipe. John is going to dive into another recipe.
All right, now, Brian, that was beautiful. That was well done, all that stuff. But that's a little frou-frou.
Little
So-
frou-frou.
So what I'm saying is guys like to grab things, hold things, pack them, go, carry them with them, right? We don't have time with, I've got a bowl, you know, we don't have that
I'm
time.
going to get some reps in.
Yeah, get some reps in while you're doing that. So I am going to make a panini while Brian gets buff. So the first step is getting a block of tempeh, right? Any grocery store, and then what you do is you open that up and I cut it into slabs the night before.
Do you need these?
I like slabs. Dude,
Okay.
I'm out. All right, listen. All right, so now I'm all thrown up. Where was I? Oh,
Sorry.
we cut it into slabs, and then I let it marinate in the barbecue sauce overnight in the fridge. Put lots of barbecue sauce in there. The more, the merrier.
In a sack?
In a sack.
In a sack.
That's right.
So,
Manly sack.
good Lord.
It's a tough
Please
crowd
get all
out
your
there.
children out of the room.
Yeah.
All right, so then you cook it. I cook it usually on like a medium heat after it's been soaking all night.
Is that level?
Perfect.
It
Look
is.
at that.
Look at
if
that.
it's not level, the sauce does tend to run.
Yeah.
So I've already started cooking these because we wanted to have them cook long. So what I normally do is kind of get them to be a little bit caramelized almost, and the sauce. So you may have to flip them once or twice, but keep an eye on it because as that sauce starts to cook, it could start to burn, and we don't want that. So while that is continuing to cook, we are going to make the mango salsa.
All right. Mango
You
salsa.
need the mango salsa on here. And I was going to use frozen, but I was told that was against the rules to use frozen. Guys, you can use frozen, just don't tell anybody. But so, what does a guy do when he can't use his frozen? He calls the experts. Hello? Yeah, we need you. Come on in.
Here I am!
All right, look at that. We got, on speed dial, no less. All right, so I cannot cut a mango. If you saw our last Plant Bros, you saw I literally demolished that mango. And so I brought in the expert. Ann, show us how.
So a mango has two cheeks, a thin seed down the center, okay? I've cut it in half to I need actually a saw.
A saw.
Well, I'll wait.
Later.
The other
We need,
half. So we've got this.
You got a
I'm
saw?
going to simply do it like a tennis crack. Score it.
Look at that.
Like a tennis racket or a tennis crack?
Now, I don't want you to get wrong. I'm good up to this point.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing it differently.
Circumnavigate.
Wow.
I'm
Oh.
doing it differently because I love my tovolo.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Wow.
I mean,
That's impressive.
Wow.
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
not missing anything. Now, do you want the other half too? Or
Oh, yeah, we got to have the other half.
So,
Wow.
No, just use this for right now.
Oh.
We want to keep it consistent.
Yep.
And that is amazing. Now, can you do your little fold-out one this time?
So Wade can see you? She's not cooperating with you.
Doing it her own way. We like that. Plant Bros like that when people do it their own way.
There we go. That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I have to do it this way because this is the other way. You leave half of it in the.
Oh, okay. Good
container.
point. Good point.
All
A
right.
tovolo is not very manly. Do we have something bigger?
There we go.
See what you can do, Brian.
Yeah.
That last bit.
Ooh, John, your tempeh.
Yeah, I got to turn that.
All right.
Ann, thank you so much.
Anytime.
What a cameo.
Anytime. For a fresh mango and you, anytime.
Thanks, Ann. All right, so let's get back to here. You can see it's starting, the sauce starting to like caramelize on the ones I just put on there. So we'll flip those. So we've got the mango in there. Next up is some red onion. Just
Love
throw
red
that
onion.
in you. Then,
John, this can satisfy like our grilling fantasy. Look, I can get these big
We
tongs
got
and
it
I can
all.
switch stuff.
where is, oh, here it is. All right, then here's the key. This is the key. Lime zest and then lime juice.
Microplaner?
The microplaner.
Yeah,
It's called a rasp from your
Yeah.
toolbox.
It's called a rasp from the toolbox.
so we're just gonna,
Just checking. I'm just checking. You always got to check.
That's right. You just wanted to use the tape measure. All right, so we are going here. Hold on. All right, that's good zest. And then lots and lots of lime juice.
Oh, excellent. I'm going to turn your tempeh.
Thank you. All right, we got that. And I think there was another half over here. Hey, and don't worry if the lime falls on the floor, you just rinse it off, right, Jane?
Right.
All right, cool.
Or why even? And that's the whole thing. It's the whole myth. Germs are good for you. Dogs are the new yogurt.
I'm not even sure what that means.
Everyone's always
I'm
worried
gonna-
about
listen,
prebiotics.
I know you're all thinking, I'm going to say it. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, everyone's always talking about prebiotics, postbiotics. You know, your gut biome needs germs and fiber.
right, so-
That's all. Yeah.
Right here. There's the mango salsa, right? So that is all ready to go. So now it's assembly time. This is my favorite part because it's quick, it's easy. Yeah, you can turn that off. Thanks,
Yeah.
Brian. All right, so first up, you need a little adhesive to kind of hold everything together
Wait, well,
down there.
what is this though?
Oh, hey, Brian, thank God you're here. And I should have been the one to point that out. This is actually the Plant Strong pizza crust that we are using for our panini bread. So you don't have to go out and buy bread, and some people say, oh, I can't eat 5 pizza crusts. They don't have to be pizza crust to eat them. They can be panini bread. All right?
I've never seen that done. That's amazing.
Thank you, Brian, for catching that. All right,
Yeah.
so now put a nice layer of guac on there. If you like a lot of guac, put more guac. Now, I would also recommend trying to keep it away from the edges because when you put it in the panini maker, you don't want to squeeze it all out. Then we're going to put a little of this cooked kale on there. Right? Hold that in place. You can use spinach, you can use arugula, you can use fresh, you can use steamed, whatever you want. Then I'm going to add the tempeh. Right? And again, as much tempeh as you want. Make sure, to me, it's better with caramelized and a little bit of.
You getting that symmetrical?
John, would Michael Greger be a fan of the tempeh you're putting on there?
Oh,
Rip, I'm so glad you asked. Tempeh, if you watched last night, has spermidine in it. And we all know what that means.
Whatever it is, it sounds good. I'm in.
Spermidine is one thing, it's a longevity agent. The other thing is you can figure
We
it out.
don't even know what it is, but it sounds good.
Just like dog hair.
Just like dog
yogurt.
hair is the new yogurt. I said, quote me on that.
That's on our next t-shirt. All right, so you put that all together and you kind of smush it down.
review those layers for me. I got a little confused.
I sure can, Jane. That's guac, little greens, whatever greens you pick, the tempeh, and then the mango salsa on top. Sometimes I put a little extra guac on here, but we're not going to.
Walnut sauce on the top layer.
Ooh, that would be good.
Have some.
No, we got it.
We got it.
We got it.
All right, so then you've got your panini maker. It's all heated up. It's all ready to go. You just put that in there and slowly, I'm going to use the Tovolo, slowly hold it down, push it down, and then I'm going to let that sit. I use the Tovolo just to kind of keep it from shooting out the bottom of the panini maker. And we're going to let that go for a little bit, Brian. And then what happens is, this is what you get.
It's got the cool lines on it.
You got to get the lines on.
Guys
It's
like the
just-
grill lines. Even the McRib has a grill line, even though it was made by a machine.
All right, and here's the beautiful part, guys. Just grab it, go if you want to dip it in more barbecue sauce. But here's the other thing, right? You're getting down to the end of the game. These are the last paninis, and you got 2 guys that want to fight over it. So you may have to do some cutting. Now, you could use a little stinking knife like this, but you can see that panini maker's pretty. That panini's pretty big.
Wait, John, I have an idea. Why don't we?
Oh,
we can
God,
we can
yes.
use a tool to cut that. That looks like.
Wait, hold on, Brian.
wait.
Brian. Safety first, Brian.
Oh, safety first.
Come on, let's do this. All right, fire. I'm gonna get this phone out of the way.
Wait,
Fire
will you
away.
hold it?
Yeah, I'll hold it, but I'm not gonna hold it with my finger.
Hey, not the plate.
Oh, I'm using the plate. Oh! How do I put it on the board?
Oh, good idea. Thanks, Ann.
Hold it.
Wait, did Ann say something? I can't
I
hear
got it.
anything. Wait, I got it. There we go. a perfectly split panini, just the way you and your buddy like it.
But remember, all it matters is that we were safe.
All
So
right.
if anybody's in the house right now is not in the kitchen worried, then you've got a problem at your house.
Then they're not paying attention.
All right, we got to get this stuff out of the way so we can make
Yep.
pudding.
Oh, you want to check on your potatoes?
Yeah, well, I
Make sure
actually
they don't
pulled
burn.
I pulled one of the potatoes out, and you can see they get these amazing. They get these amazing little marks on them from the waffle maker, and it's a great way for the sauce to sort of sink in. So,
So impressive.
yes, and they've been smashed with a hammer. Remember that. All right, so the last thing we're going to do while John's paninis are cooking, we've got 10 minutes to go here.
Guys, we got some comments coming in. People have never heard you guys before, and they don't know why not.
Are you serious?
We're
You two.
Sorry, bump them from the group. They're out. You haven't heard of Plant Bros. I don't know where you've been.
all right, can you move that so I have a little space,
Really?
John?
I'm working on my
Oh,
forearms.
John's got his forearm. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to end with a dessert. And if there's one thing we know, all guys like chocolate pudding. Because really, it goes back to those Hardy Man TV dinners that we all ate when we were children. They always had that little square with the chocolate pudding in it that was hot, which, again, a little odd. But that takes me back to those, those Hungry Man meat potatoes TV dinners my parents used to give me when they used to go out and play bridge and drink all kinds of cocktails, and I would stay home with the babysitter, and I'd get my little TV dinner, and I would watch The $6 Million Man, Love Boat, Fantasy Island, all
Wow.
those shows that shaped me.
You are old.
Yeah, all those shows that shaped me.
I don't know what shows you're talking
God, look
about.
at this. We got guacamole everywhere.
Wow, wonder how that happened. I have no idea.
So we're going to now finish off by making chocolate pudding.
Woo!
And a lot of guys out there are probably, when they saw this, they got a little panicked. Tofu. Do guys actually eat tofu? I'm here to tell you that they absolutely
men eat
real
tofu.
men eat tofu, because as Dr. Aaron Spitz, the writer of the Penis Book, will tell you, a plant-based diet is the best way to maintain what we will now call your manhood. And so this is silken extra firm. As Jane will always remind you, if you get the other stuff and you blend it up in a food processor, you create this cat litter-like pudding. So we want silken extra firm tofu. This is Mori New. I think we ordered this from Amazon, actually. So for those of you who live in the middle of Iowa where you just got dial-up service, you can order tofu online from Amazon. And,
Amazon is an online company where you buy stuff.
So we know, because we get emails all the time. People will say, well, they don't have that where I live in the middle of Iowa. And I always say, I'm so sorry, but Amazon has most everything.
Wait,
so,
before you go on, take a look at this. Look at that.
oh my gosh,
So, grill marks.
so good. Wait, should we cut it?
No, 'cause I
don't
want
wanna
to savor
cut?
this one.
All right, so we're going to finish off with this chocolate pudding. So I've taken the tofu and I've wrapped it up very manly-like in this bundle that looks like it might contain who knows what. It was in the refrigerator. I tied it with an old shoelace from a cleat, so that.
Like a Playboy staff.
So inside there, what you do is you you wrap the tofu at night, and then all the moisture gets pulled out of it. So then you get this beautiful, beautiful tofu. And I think it's kind of manly to talk about how beautiful tofu is. I think, this, look at that. It's just gorgeous tofu. It's been all the moisture's been pulled out. We're just going to go ahead and...
I think, Brian, a lot of guys think eating plant-based is romaine lettuce, right? And I
Yeah.
think tofu is pretty tasteless, if you ask me, until you marinate it or cook it like I did with the barbecue sauce, or we're about to do with the chocolate pudding. So it's nothing to be afraid of, and it's a great source of protein, which guys are all very concerned about, right?
Yeah, right.
Gotta have your protein.
And as Dr. Greger reminded us last night, protein, it's like ridiculous that anybody freaks out about protein. Even bodybuilders don't really need it, except that we think we do. So there's no connection between eating like animal-based protein and getting bigger and more muscular. So.
Hey, Brian, I just want to also say that the spermidine actually comes from soy, so you can have a lot of spermidine by having a tempeh panini and then having the chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
So much spermidine.
1-2 punch.
The 1-2 punch.
Even to this point now, I have no idea what spermidine is, but I know I want more of it
you
in my
want to
life.
know what spermidine is?
So I'm taking the tofu, I'm just throwing it into the food processor. This is such an easy and simple recipe. We'll get rid of all these towels here. Then I'm adding 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I had, I
it's right
think I
here.
used my tablespoon. This is 1 teaspoon.
So you need 9.
9, yikes.
Or eyeball it.
1, 2,
Yeah, don't worry
3,
about going too light on the
4,
chocolate.
5.
Hey, Brian, while you're
6,
counting, Carol wants
7.
to know.
That's enough.
Okay, nine.
Just got it.
Good.
Carol wants to know what brand of mallet did you use? She wants the same results when she squishes her potato.
It's the 16-ounce rubber mallet.
Is that Ace Hardware?
It looks like an Ace Hardware. Yeah, the little sticker on there. And John, just so everyone knows, John
No,
did use
no.
a wipe on this before we used it. He actually cleaned it. So, so any of you food safe people out there that are going to email us and say you weren't food safe, this was cleaned with a baby wipe.
But I will say I did not clean the blade on that saw, so
now
don't eat the panini.
We've got the chocolate powder, we've got the tofu. We're going to put maple syrup, which is our favorite sweetener. Looks like we need 4 to 5 tablespoons.
Eyeball it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. And we've got a tiny little bit of vanilla. Whenever I use vanilla, I always just use a capful.
No laundry, right, Jane?
That's right, no laundry. Ooh, where's the top of the, oh, here it is. This is a backwards one, too.
Oh, wait.
Nah. This is so quiet. This is like a Tesla. compared to the one that I think George Washington used. So I got to scrape the sides.
Tovolo?
Yeah, the tovolo.
It's over with the,
Did you put it over here?
I got it.
Where's the granola?
I thought, oh, I have it here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was looking for it.
Here's our topping.
Face plant into the burner.
I almost said Jesus. I'm so sorry. Daniel told me how to eat. Yeah.
And edamame is a part of it.
This looks like it might need some more liquid, Jane. What do you think about that? Of maple syrup? Need more?
You doubled it. See,
Oh, because I doubled the recipe. Right. We need a little more liquid.
because you're a double man, you're double doing it. You got two different kinds of nuts going on. You got 2 different.
Now remember, with maple syrup, date sugar is also as good. It actually has fiber in it. Maple syrup's our chosen sweetener because it's expensive, so we try to limit it as much as we can.
Brian, could you hurry up, please?
Oh, sorry.
I got a
getting
limit to what
pumped?
I can do.
Are you getting pumped?
Brian, Mary Davidson says, so much spermidine, so little time.
I like your thinking.
Okay, it's starting to come around here. It's starting to come around. We definitely want it to be smooth. We don't like chunky pudding. Ugh,
Chunky.
chunky pudding.
That doesn't even sound fun.
I know. How are we doing on time?
I
What do
think
we got?
I think
3
we need a
minutes?
higher horsepower.
Enough, chocolate enough.
Yeah. Ooh, looks so good.
Oh, look at that.
So I have some dishes here, and
Get that off of there.
you can see this stuff just gets luscious. Look at that. Way better than the hot stuff that was creeping into the mashed potatoes and the steak that was in that. So if you see, what we do is we're just going to put it into these beautiful white dishes, these little mise en place. Oh, now I'm making a mess, John. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Brian, Anne Marie says, love you guys. Thank you for showing how easy it can be, especially for reluctant men. We need more videos, a tailgate and game day menu.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
So then,
Plant Bros tailgate.
because we're always thinking about health, we want to top this with.
Oh, it's right here.
We've got some fresh peaches on top of our chocolate pudding.
Wait, not okay. Yeah, but
Yep.
don't forget,
And then we're going to top it off with the most manly thing of all.
Plant Strong granola. 4 varieties, crunchy, delicious. We're going to use chocolate because you can't have enough chocolate.
That's right.
So we're just going to add a little bit of chocolate on top of each one. And guys, you are good to go. And I just want to say one thing before we go. So I just want to give a shout out to my daughter who designed this shirt, Bryn, who designed this shirt. It's a big hit. So we just, what the hell is that?
For
Oh,
those of you
Jesus.
who don't know, it's John's birthday.
Birthday to
You, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you. Okay, bro.
Thank you.
Bro hug.
Bro hug. Listen, I appreciate that. That's great. I can't think of any more amazing friends to celebrate with. So thank you all. It's wonderful. Thank you.
All right. I want more Plant Bros. I don't know about you. So next year, you guys are officially invited back.
We'll take it.
Thank you.
Wow. Where was the leaf blower? It never made
It's
it.
going to be later for the fire.
Okay, got it.
Wait, Rip, before we go. You have
You
to
get an
yours.
honorary Plant Bros t-shirt.
You get an honorary Plant Bro shirt.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, what?
Josh, Wade, we didn't forget you guys. Plant Bro t-shirts.
Yay!
So, in honor of the Plant Bros and just kind of the manliness and the spermidine that is oozing out of every pore here, we are going to give away granolas. All 4 granolas, okay?
Wow, that is a real tough tie-in.
I know. And we went through 2,400 applicants, and the winner is Polly Marrero. You are the winner of our granola samplers, all 4. All right, with that, so next up, we have Janet Verney. What do you think, guys?
I'm ready.
Janet Verney. That'll be followed by Darshana Wendell, okay? Then Kim Campbell, Max Lamanna, and then we're going to round out the evening with Jane and Ann, and then a live Q&A.
Can I say one last thing? Oh, sorry.
Please, no, please.
Okay. So one last thing.
Is it about spermidine?
Yeah, it's not about spermidine. I really want to say this, from my heart, is that I really think there needs to be a number of men out there that need to step forward and start to pave the way for what new manhood might look like. And I think that, again, setting the example of eating a plant-based diet, taking care of your health, all these things that we know traditionally maybe haven't been part of being what it means to be a man. I think of this idea of what I want my son to be as a husband and a brother, and I think it's really important. So we joke around a lot about this stuff, but in the end, it's really all about the new image for what a man should be in the 21st century. So thank you.
100%
You know what?
agree.
Hold that up to my mouth.
Oh.
That's something that we need to toast to.
That's John's cookie.
Here. Okay?
To new manhood.
To new manhood.
the Plant Bros.
Thanks.
We'll be right back.